Good evening again. My name is Joshua Jaros. I mentioned before I have two children that attend Burnham Woods Elementary. I've addressed this board before on the subject of school lunch. I wanted to give you an update real quick, and I wanted to speak a little bit more on it as well. This year, HB 3145 went into effect. Non-custodial parents can now attend school lunches without Conroe ISD preventing them from doing so. This was a big issue for me. I was disappointed that this board prevented those parents from having lunch with their children. And I wanted to talk a little bit about liberty. You know, probably our country is the greatest country in the world. We have so many liberties and freedoms in our country, and it's protected. And I sometimes carry around a little U.S. pocket constitution with me, and in it, it lists some of the things that the government cannot infringe upon me. And that's one of the things I love about our country more than anything else. It's our liberty. And what you all did as a board when you stopped parents unilaterally and prevented them from having lunch with their children is you took away their liberty. You took away these parents' liberty. You took away the children's liberty to have a relationship with each other. You know, and after this meeting, I heard about a program that you all had that allowed mentors to come in because you realized that this was an important time. And so while you were preventing parents from having a relationship and mentoring their old children, you allowed strangers to come in and mentor children. And it was shocking to me the things that were taking place in Conroe ISD. And it didn't just shock me. As I went and I shared with the legislators in the Texas House and in the Senate about what had taken place, it was shocking for them too. And so I don't know where you guys decided to make the decision that you did, but you didn't act as a representative for parents, for children. You didn't stand up for liberty. And it's apparent that our school system here in Conroe ISD has some issues with allowing parents to participate in their children's education. You all know that parent participation raises the grades of children. I'm disappointed that you all didn't take a stand on this and that it took a law to make this right. I want to give you guys some more information because I think this is an important topic. I think the school needs to address this more. So I'm handing you a little handout. There's actually a woman, her name is Wendy Perry. She's accredited and she's approved by the TEA. She deals with the situation that you all are dealing with when you have parents that come from divorce or separation. Look, she'll come and she'll give a seminar for y'all. It counts as continuing credits of education. Again, she's the only person in Texas that can do this. I think it's a subject that our school system needs to address. And so with that, I'll just hand that out to you real quickly. I want to close with something really quick. Look, I got calls from all over Texas because this wasn't just the only school that was doing that. And some of the stories that were shared with me were pretty amazing. But there was one, and this wasn't in Conroe ISD, there was one daughter that shared something with her father. And this girl was really young and stuff. She just entered kindergarten. And this school was preventing that father from having lunch. And it was her birthday and coming up that week. And he asked her, well, what do you want me to do? What would you like for your birthday? And this little girl said, Daddy, I just want you to come have lunch with me at school. You know, this stuff is powerful, these messages that I see. These kids that come from these broken families, they are the kids that are hurting the most in your school. And what you all did to them, you kicked them again.
Michael Clifton.
Good evening, members of the board, President, Dr. Knoll, thank you. I'd like to rise and speak on behalf of Mr. Jaros, the issue that he brought up, specific to the school lunch program, the definition of activities, and his involvement as a father relative to that particular issue. This board has been entrusted with some very important responsibilities, one of which I believe first and foremost is the children within your ISD. And in that respect, on this isolated issue, this board collectively failed miserably. Let me repeat that. You failed miserably on that. It took both chambers of our legislature to unanimously vote on a bill brought forward to them unanimously. Not one single person bicamerally agreed with this board on your position that you took when we went through your level 3 process. I'd like you to let that sink in. For those of you that have children and or grandchildren perhaps in this ISD, or for that matter, in any of the other 253 counties in this state, be glad that there are parents like Josh out there with the veracity to take an issue that he believes in front of the state legislature. Now your children and or your grandchildren, God forbid, if their parents go through a divorce, that they can now go and have lunch with their parent at school and not have to worry about school administration arbitrarily saying, no, we don't think lunch is a school activity. You can't do that. Thank you for your time.